from Pennington Community Allotment, and I'm going to talk to you just briefly about peas and beans. And we've got lots of peas and lots of beans on our rather large allotment. This is our second crop of broad beans here, and I'm just going to take the net off because we have a lot of sparrows, which you can probably hear in the background, and a lot of pigeons, and so we have to net these with very tight nets like this to keep the birds off. We don't use loose netting if we can help it, because birds can get tangled in it. So these are broad beans, and we're going to pick these today. So that's how broad beans grow, like that. Yeah, we can see we've got quite a lot ready to harvest. So those of us that are here will probably pick these, pull them up, and plant something else. Over here we've got some lovely peas. You see, very nice peas there, and they're not ready for pulling up, but both of these, peas and beans, are leguminous plants. And I'm going to go to some older broad beans and show you why they're very important for the soil and important to grow. So these are our older beans. These have been in since about February. We started them off in our greenhouse over there and planted them out in February. We've harvested all these from here, and if you look carefully, we've left the roots in the ground for a little while, and these were actually cut off about 2 weeks ago, and we're going to get rid of them today, and I'll show you now why this is so important. If I dig up, and the ground has been very hard, so we've just wet it. Oh yes, I can just get a fork in. So I'm going to dig up this old broad bean. It's still got a couple of pods on it. Oh, it's not there, it's there. So it's so old that you can't see where the roots are, and that's not coming up quite as easily. So let's go around here. There we go. Oh, right. Okay. So there we are. So those are the roots of a broad bean, and the roots of peas and many other leguminous plants are the same. And can you see that there are little nodules on them there? And those nodules are pink. This is why broad beans and peas are so good for the ground, because that pinkness is caused by something called leg hemoglobin, which is very, very similar to the hemoglobin that you've got in your red blood cells and makes them red. So this is called leg hemoglobin, and it's inside these root nodules, and what it does, it keeps the oxygen levels in the soil very low, and it then allows the plant, through a very complicated biochemical process, to bring in nitrogen and fix nitrogen into the soil and into its plant body. So this is nitrogen fixation, and nitrogen is what proteins are based on, and DNA, and so without nitrogen this plant can't really grow. So nitrogen fixation, very, very important. What's significant about all this is that 80% of the air around us is nitrogen, and unfortunately it's not available to us. We can't take in nitrogen and build it into proteins in our bodies, but plants, and neither can plants, but with the help of these root nodules, they can build up proteins, and they can get nitrogen by nitrogen fixation out of the air. Bye!